Picture this. You've just walked into a room filled with familiar faces. Some are friends, others competitors, even longtime rivals. But today, everything changes. Today they look at you differently. Maybe they don't say it out loud, but their eyes show it. Your rivals, yes, even them, start to feel that twinge of admiration. And it sets something powerful in motion. Maybe you've felt that sting before, watching someone else succeed, thinking maybe you should have done it first. But what if you could flip that feeling? What if the same person who motivates you to chase harder, dig deeper, could also be someone who nods in respect across the room? Let me tell you how that transformation happens. It begins with realizing that rivalry isn't just about beating someone else. It's about pushing yourself beyond what you thought possible. Think of the legends in sports or art: Michael Jordan and Bird, Serena and Venus, Picasso and Matisse. They didn't just compete, they elevated each other. That silent challenge made them better, sharper, hungrier. Now imagine channeling that, not with anger or resentment, but with respect. When you respect your rival, you're saying, "I see your strength. I choose to meet it." That kind of mindset turns rivalry into permission to excel. It turns fear of being outdone into fuel to go further. There's actual research showing that when top performers around you succeed, it nudges you ahead too. In collegiate sports, if your rival team had a phenomenal season, chances are your team improved the next season. And conversely, if your rival slumped, you didn't. That alone speaks volumes about the power of healthy competition. So you start layering two things: respect and ambition. You observe what they do well, how they train, how they strategize, and you mirror that positively. You don't envy. Instead, you welcome that energy into your own pursuit. Training side by side, sharing ideas, pushing limits. This is what top athletes do. They don't shy away from training with their rivals. They intentionally run alongside them to run faster. Runners like Shalane Flanagan and Amy Craig pushed themselves during shared workouts, literally tasting the pain together, and came out stronger together. In creative fields too, great rivalry has sparked legendary work. Filmmakers of New Hollywood mingled ideas, critiques, drafts. They embraced each other's strengths and weaknesses, transforming competition into collaboration that birthed classics. You don't have to be best friends or allies, but open, honest, mutual respect can become the bedrock of progress. Share ideas, chat over coffee, give feedback when asked, and take it in when given. That's not weakness. That's confidence wrapped in empathy. Let me step you through what this journey might feel like. In the beginning, you might keep distance, quietly observing what your rival is doing. You notice their routines, their mindset. You might feel petty envy or admiration masked by irritation, but that's natural. Then you pivot. You decide, I'd rather take the positive than let that envy fester. You decide to learn. What are they doing that works? How can I adapt it to my own style? That shift flips the script. You go from being reactive, jealous, frustrated, threatened, to proactive, innovating, experimenting, striving. Next, you begin testing boundaries. You stretch yourself further. Those old limits you had, they crumble. You hit a runtime faster than before, lift heavier, create better content, nail that presentation. You feel the edge of possibility expanding under your own feet. At some point, your rival may start noticing. Maybe they comment, "Hey, that was impressive." Or maybe someone else says, "I heard what you did. Your rival said you impressed." That's when admiration seeps in. Not because you beat them, but because you met them on that level of excellence where respect is inevitable. It's not just about outperforming, though that part is sweet. It's about doing so in a way that transforms your community or field. Because strong rivals pull stronger work out from everyone and raise the bar industry-wide. You raise the benchmark simply by showing what's possible. And the beauty is, you don't lose yourself in the process. You bring your own voice, your own perspective. You may adapt their discipline your own way. You may borrow their focus, but channel it into your original goals. You evolve, not mimic. Through that process, something quieter happens. Respect grows both ways. What started as rivalry can become a mutual nod of acknowledgement. Maybe not friendship, but recognition. We push each other to up our game. That mutual respect enriches your journey. It actually softens the edges of rivalry into a bond, born out of fierce, shared ambition. Let me paint that moment. You've worked months, maybe years, leveling up quietly. Then, in an event, or a pitch, or a final exam, your rival sees you at your peak performance. They reconsider some assumptions. That shift, they admire you. Not because you beat them with spite, but because you did it honorably, relentlessly, and with integrity. And here's the kicker. When that admiration shines through, others notice too. Audience, peers, mentors, they start seeing the change. They recognize your grit, your evolution, your drive. And it sets off a ripple. Suddenly competitors become collaborators, or at least respectful peers. Doors open, new opportunities emerge. It's like sparring in the gym. You step in the ring with someone who pushes you. You learn, you improve. Then one day you step back, breathe, and realize you are stronger, faster. That's what makes your rivals admire you. Not secrecy, not petty wins, but transformation. Rising higher than you were before, and doing so in a way that folks say, wow, they earned that. Trust me, that admiration stays longer than any fleeting victory. Victories fade, admiration echoes. Whenever you feel uncertain, remember, make your rival your metric, not your obstacle. Let them stir something fierce inside, but channel it into self-improvement, not resentment. Respect their work, study their strengths. Ask yourself, how can I raise my standard because of this? Then chase that higher standard, not for them, but for your version of excellence. Over time, what you get is not just improved results, but elevated identity. You're no longer chasing someone else. You're chasing your own next level. And when your rivals see you there, they nod. Maybe quietly, maybe overtly. They start admiring the person you become. Not because you outdid them, but because you proved something deeper, that you deserve to be there. And that admiration, it's earned, it's meaningful. So step into that arena. Embrace rivalry as fuel. Use it to test your limits. Lean into respect. Transform that competition into a creative force that pushes both of you forward. Watch as your rivals, once adversarial, begin to admire, not begrudgingly, but genuinely. And in that recognition, you find something even more powerful than winning. And in the end, when all the noise settles and the competition fades, what really stays with people isn't just how hard you fought, but how gracefully you rose. That's the part your rivals remember. That's the part that earns their respect. Because when you rise with integrity, with relentless focus, with the humility to learn and the courage to grow, you're not just winning, you're evolving. And that evolution commands admiration. It's not about crushing the competition or standing taller by stepping on others. It's about reaching a level where even your toughest critics have to stop and say, they've earned it. And when that moment comes, when your rival, someone who once doubted you, nods with genuine respect, you'll know it wasn't just talent or luck that got you there. It was mindset, grit, growth, a quiet fire that never needed to burn anyone else to shine. So keep building, keep rising. Let your work, your journey, your transformation speak for itself. And trust this, when you become undeniable, even your rivals won't just notice, they'll admire you.